There's so many misconceptions about Nietzsche that sort of makes you wonder if anyone's ever actually read him.
This will be a quick video reacting to Pewdiepie's latest video on Nietzsche. About a year ago, we did a similar video where we reacted to his review of Beyond Good and Evil. In that video, Pewdiepie himself admitted to not really understanding Nietzsche. And who can blame him when you just jump into Beyond Good and Evil without any background knowledge, not just on Nietzsche, but on philosophy in general. However, we've come a long way since then, and Pewdiepie has obviously been reading and studying. This video focuses on two aspects of Nietzsche's philosophy. First, the misconception that Nietzsche is a nihilist, and secondly, the role of suffering and the eternal recurrence.
That's right, Nietzsche wasn't a nihilist. You could argue that he was, because some views that he has could fit that category.
Of course, Nietzsche was not a nihilist. This misconception probably arose because the "God is dead" quote became famous in its own right, popping up everywhere and starting to lead its own life away from the specific context in which Nietzsche wrote it. Nietzsche's anti-Christian philosophy has also, wrongly, been interpreted throughout history as an endorsement of nihilism because people associated atheism with meaninglessness. But no, Nietzsche was not a nihilist, and in fact, his "God is dead" quote is not a celebration but a lamentation. The looming prospect of European nihilism was the biggest issue Nietzsche foresaw happening to Europe, and he thought it would be a disaster. And as Pewdiepie mentions, Nietzsche's fear came true.
But I do stream a lot, and a lot of times when I get questions or, people tell me about their own lives, a common thing seems to be that there's a lack of meaning or a lack of purpose or whatever direction you're going in life.
This perceived lack of meaning is precisely what Nietzsche was predicting would happen to Western culture if you couldn't come up with a system of values to replace the fading influence of Christianity. Nietzsche's entire philosophical project is about creating a new morality in order to not have to succumb to nihilism. With God being dead, Nietzsche thought it was up to us, mere mortals, to create a new system of morality. To that end, he came up with the Übermensch, a superman capable of creating new value systems to replace the old. This brings us to the second point of the video, the eternal recurrence. Interestingly, Pewdiepie makes a reference to Nietzsche's attempts, late in life, to reconcile the thought experiment of the eternal recurrence with modern physics.
And Nietzsche gives this poor attempt to try and explain how it's possible with conservation of energy.
We have done an entire video on this interpretation. We'll leave a link to it in the description. Pewdiepie quotes the entire famous passage wherein a demon comes to ask you how you would react if he told you you had to live this life of yours again and again for all eternity. In short, would you be happy or sad to hear such a thing? To say yes to this demon is the ultimate statement of the affirmation of life, the ultimate yes saying. Pewdiepie then speaks of his wedding day, how when he was dancing with Marcia, he felt, no matter what happens in life, at least I have this.
Like, you know what, whatever my life turns to, at least I had this moment.
But it should be noted that the thought experiment is not about the happy moments in life. The true challenge is saying yes to life even when life is difficult. The eternal recurrence is about living your exact same life again and again, including all the happy parts for sure, but also, and this is the true challenge, all the difficult moments as well. When you're in pain, when you're sick, when you're mourning, when you're depressed, do you have the courage to say yes to life at that exact moment, despite your sufferings? That is the true test of the Übermensch. It's easy to affirm life when life is good, but that's what everyone is doing. That's the default option. Can you say yes to life during your worst moments? Can you say during the most difficult time of your life, when you're in pain, when you're going through rough times, can you say at that exact moment, when your suffering seems unendurable, can you then say, yes, I want to live this life and this moment again and again for all eternity? I wonder if Pewdiepie could. I wonder if anyone could. Anyway, this was just a short video to share some thoughts on Pewdiepie's interpretation of Nietzsche. If you're new to the channel, we have loads of videos diving deep into Nietzsche's philosophy. We have a video on where to start with Nietzsche if you're totally new to his philosophy, and we have done full video analysis of entire books by Nietzsche, such as Beyond Good and Evil, The Genealogy of Morals, Twilight of the Idols, and the Antichrist. And we did an entire video series on Nietzsche's concept of the will to power. Links to all of these videos in the description. And in the future, slowly but surely, we'll go through each and every one of Nietzsche's works. If you want to be notified when these videos are released, please subscribe to the channel. If you found this video valuable, please leave a like and a comment. It helps out the channel a great deal. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.